Welcome back to another episode of Thirsty's News and Reviews for Action Figures. And up first today is going to be the Eternal Ikaris. Now let's get his stuff out the box and see what we're working with. Alright, and fresh out the box, Ikaris doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but he does come with one of the legs of his best friend and the animal who raised him, Zabu. And this does look nice. Can't wait to finish building this. He also comes with two open palmed hands. They do hinge back and forth. Those are nice, and if you can see, they do have some texture on them. We can see how that is. Those are very, very nice. And let's get over to Ikaris. So, a lot of people were not looking forward to this character. They kept bringing up things about the movie. Ikaris has been around for decades. The Eternals have been around longer than most heroes that are out today. And I personally was looking forward to this guy. I like Ikaris as a character. I like this figure. They did a very, very nice job of recreating Jack Kirby's style Ikaris. Now, first we'll take a look at this head sculpt, which they did very nicely. They got a sort of a wash on it. I'm not sure how good it's showing up on camera, but they did put a nice wash on this brown into this blonde, just to bring out a lot more of the textures. Now you have these sculpted ringlets that's on here. That's very nice. And the circles are sculpted. The gold little emblems on the inside are sculpted. Very nice. Also, these little, what we like to call what the Thor circles that's on here, they're also sculpted on here, as well as the sculpt on the belt piece. It's very nice. And the gloves also have these little lines that's sculpted on, as well as the fist. So that's good. And same thing going down to the boots and the shoe area. Very nice. Now with Ikaris, he can do a straight T pose, which is great. Looking head movement, he can look down that far, which is very nice. He can look up that far. Hair does hinder it a little bit, but it can go good enough for some flying poses because he can lift back. So he can forward this far, backward this far. He does have a waist swivel, which hides it in the belt. They did give us a total pinless elbow, which goes up to here, which is also nice. He can kick out to there. The skirt piece does not really hinder the leg movement by much. He can do some splits. Now, he probably might be able to go a little bit further if not for the skirt piece, but that's enough for me. He also has thigh swivel. He has double jointed pinless knees, which is good. Doesn't go back as far as I thought it would with this one, but hey. And you have a boot swivel as well. Rocker in the shoes. He can go back this far, forward this far, which is really good for this figure. So, Ikaris, if you don't know, is an Eternal. These are very powerful beings that were created by the Celestials. This would be back in the day, I guess, Marvel's version of Superman. Super strong. He has all the powers that Eternals have. Long life, heat vision, speed, strength. But like most Eternals, they usually focus their energies on one power to expand those further than the rest. And Ikaris is definitely strength. He can fly, he can shoot beams out of his eyes, he's super strong, he's durable, he has a healing factor. If you didn't know, if any Eternals are killed, though, they are able to be brought back to life. So hard to get rid of these guys. But this guy right here is definitely a good figure and a must have. When you get him in hand, you might be like, oh man, I didn't know if I really wanted this Ikaris. And then you get him in hand, you're like, man, these colors pop, the design is good. This is a better figure in hand than you thought it would be. Only thing he may be missing are butterfly joints, but that's not a real big deal to me. It's not like he does a whole clap or anything, but he's very nice and he gives you what he's supposed to in a figure. I think people will enjoy him. We only have one other Eternal right now, which is Cersei, but hopefully they will start building up the Eternals so we can build that squad of figures as well. Now, let's start looking at some comparisons. All right, and here we are back with some comparisons. We have She-Hulk, Cyclops, the Mark 20 Iron Man, and Psylocke. And as you see, he does fit in very well with these Avengers and X-Men quite nicely. He's about the size that he should be. At first, I thought maybe Ikaris should be a little bigger, but then going back in the books, he does seem like just a normal, average size human that's, works out and looks muscular, which is deceiving because of how strong he actually is. But he looks good with these guys, and the colors offset everything, and he looks really nice. I think he's going to be a good display on anyone's shelf. So all in all, with that being said, I believe this is a good figure. Um, is there? I can't really think of much that I would do different. Like I said, outside the butterfly joints, but then again, like I said, he doesn't need them. He is going to be a good display character on your shelf. You can put him beside Cersei. You can put him in any Avengers setup. He will go well with most things. Or, build your own team and then you can have what you want. But in the meantime and between time, this is going to be the end of this one. As I like to say before, always like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember for these figures to always stay thirsty. And I'm out.